abaddewo okunoonyereza okw'amaanyi okubuuza ebibuuzo bikakali oba okukwatibwa. Ku mulundi guno tewabadde ebibuuzo bikakali byabuuziddwa. Tewabaddewo muntu yenna yakwatiddwa okuggyako nti amagye gaavuddeyo ate ne gawoninga bannayuganda naddala bali ku social media obutayogera ku nsonga eno. Well, tekyewuunyisa kulaba nti bannayuganda abamu ate bo basazeewo okunoonyereza bakutwale mu mikono gyabwe. Munajjukira nti buli bulumbaganyi obaddewo gavumenti ya Museveni ebadde evaayo ennyo mangu nebuteeka ku ADF era wayitawo akaseera katono ne bayoolayoola bannayuganda okusinga abasiraamu ne babaleeta ne babaparadinga maaso ga bannamawulire. Tetugamba nti tewaliyo ADF, nedda, tetuwakanya kubeerayo kwa ADF, naye era tetuwakanya nsonga nti kisoboka okuba nti gavumenti ya Museveni yekola bino byonna. Kisoboka okuba nti gavumenti ya Museveni either yenyigira mu matemu gano ne mukozesa emmundu kuba yeziina, oba nga bamanyi abatemu bano naye nga tebaagala bwagazi kubatulaga. Mujja kujjukira nti minisita wa Museveni yavaayoko mu parliament n'ategeeza eggwanga nti abasirikale abaalabibwa ku street za Kampala nga bakuba abantu baali bavudde West Africa. Munajjukira nti Jamiru mukulu webatugamba nti yakulira ADF yakwatibwa ku mawulire ng'awoggana ku kkooti awo nga ku State Square ng'agamba nti Museveni, gavumenti ya Museveni yeewa ssente n'ebyokulwanyisa abayeekera ba ADF wadde amawulire tegakisaako siira. Mujjukira ne mutabani wa Amin, Hussein Lumumba Amin, bwe yakola vidiyo mwaka oguwedde n'atutegeeza nti Museveni ye yali yawamba era yatemula omugenzi Ben Kiwanuka kubanga emmotoka eyo UUU emu musanvu emu mu myaka gy'ensanvu Museveni yalabwako nga yagivuga embaale, ate ng'emmotoka eyo yali yawamba Ben Kiwanuka era nga poliisi, Uganda poliisi y'ebiseera ebyo yali yagiteeka mu biwandiiko byayo. Ekyewuunyisa nti ne mwami Museveni mu kitabo kye kye bayita Sowing the Mustard Seed yavaayo nakkiriza nti ye yali avuga emmotoka eyo era yagitolokeramu mu bulumbaganyi gavumenti ya Uganda y'ebiseera ebyo bwe yakola ng'erumbye akabinja ke ak'abatuju embaale mu quarters ebiseera ebyo. So ndowooza mulaba ensonga nnyingi nnyo ezituleetera okukkiriza nti bano abantu batemu. Naye ate tekikomawo. Mujjukira nti minisita wa Museveni General Kayindo Tafiire yavaayo edda e Bushenyi nga baziika Doniya Teberondwa nakkiriza nti mu biseera byabwe eby'obuyeekera baalumbanga ebyalo ne bakwata abakazi ne batta abantu nga bambadde uniform za gavumenti ya Milton Obote nga baagala okuvumaganya gavumenti y'Obote. Era muze mukiraba nti n'olunaku lwaleero bagula abantu ba pokopoko bagezeeko okulwanyisa n'okwonoona ekifaananyi kyaffe abalwanira enkyukakyuka mu Uganda. Bamanyi n'okugula abazzi b'emisango abatemu abamanyiddwa nga Sobbi babakolere emirimu gyabwe emikyafu. Ekyennaku bamaliriza nga nabo babatemudde. Mumanyi bulungi nnyo nti waliwo enteekateeka ez'ekyama mu gavumenti ya Museveni okututemula abakulembeze b'opposition naddala ffe aba NUP. Mwalabye Honorable Zaake yavuddeyo n'akyogera ku Twitter tiyafunye information tiwaliwo plan ey'okumutemula. Mujjukira omwaka oguwedde bwe twali ku national tour yaffe titwalina okugikatinga short, twalina ogiyimiriza nga tuli Kabale tukomewo nga embassy ey'omu ku mawanga g'e Bulaaya etubiddeko nti waliwo pulaani ey'okuntemula ey'okunkuba amasasi. Era tekyewuunyisa kubanga mulina n'abasirikale, mulina n'abantu abakwata mundu si basirikale, ne mulina n'abantu be mwalaba nga bakutte mundu nga bakiikitana nazo nga tuli ku trip eyo. Era n'omuntu omu eyali akutte mundu nga gezaako nsemberera nga maze n'ogikookinga essasa litadde mu kyemba, security team yange yamukwata ne bamuggyako emmundu ne bamukwasa poliisi maaso ga kamera naye nga bulijjo byagweraawo naye poliisi nembuzaawo bwetyo. So njagala mumanye nti bano abantu balina okuba nga bali mu kutegeka bwongo bw'abantu, bateekawo nsonga za ADF. Ffe obwongo bwaffe bulobere ku ADF basobole otulumba okututemula nga mujja kulowooza ti ADF yetutemudde, so temubongoota.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to 2024 and you're welcome to Najana Nkumbi. This is our first press briefing in 2024. And as you are aware, FDC is ready to go. I've been asked by the party leadership to address you on the following issues. FDC mobilization expedition. We have kicked off a mobilization expedition where over the weekend the party leadership led by the party president, Honorable Patrick Amuriat, Deputy President Margaret Okuli Madanda, Deputy Treasurer Honorable Atan Okia Moses, engaged in party building and strengthening exercise. The mobilization expedition started in Soroti district on Friday and attracted FD structure and elected leaders at Ave Maria High School in Igweri constituency in the afternoon. And the team concluded in Soroti City. Yesterday, leaders met the party structure in Kumi town. The objective of such meetings were to address the conflict resolutions, initiating early candidate identification at all levels, and the party president officiated thereafter at the launch of Sironko District FDC Youth Circle in Sironko. As I will elaborate more later, we have kicked off candidate identification, but I handle it on when I get to FDC National Council resolutions. So the team is already out, different areas. We have a team in Acholi, it is doing a good job. We had our brothers in Kasese, they are doing a good job. And very soon we spread to the whole country. Point number 2 is the 17th FDC National Council resolutions. On 15th December 2023, the party held the 17th National Council meeting and resolved on a number of key policy directions, among which was the creation of new offices by the party president as mandated by the party national constitution, Article 21, Clause 4, and these offices were approved by the National Council. I take this opportunity to inform you about the foreign members who are elevated to join the FDC National Executive Committee as Deputy Secretaries. On my right, I didn't introduce him then, but I introduce him now officially, is the Deputy Secretary in the Department of Information and Publicity. You're going to see more often, Honorable Warid Lubega Mulindwa. He's in charge of publication and documentation. Honorable Achan Helen will be in charge of ideology and capacity building. All these as deputy secretaries. Honorable Kalija James Katz will be in charge of program and project development. Honorable Namwanga Rukia will be in charge of protocol and operations. Honorable Oyoda Rita will be in charge of oil and gas. Honorable Ibrahim Kasozi will be in charge of branding, brand quality control and marketing. He'll be in charge of branding in our party, Honorable Ibrahim Kasozi. And Honorable Thomas Kayanja will be in charge of human rights. Those are the new offices which were approved by the National Council. And they'll be members of NEC from today henceforward. The National Council, which is the second apex decision-making body, approved the designation of party leaders by the party president to 10 standing committees as provided in Article 27, Clause 1 of the party constitution. These names are so many, I can't read them now. But now we have committees, publicity, mobilization. A good number of our leaders have been designated to those committees. Number 2, and most importantly now, the National Council called for the invitation of expression of interest of all those who intend to contest on FDC ticket as part of our party preparations for the general elections regarding early candidate identification. This process commenced on the 12th January and will end on 24th March at the party headquarters. This is the form that you have to pick from the headquarters and fill it in if you intend to stand on any post or position in FDC from LC1 up to national level. Even if you want to stand as the party presidential candidate, you have to fill in this form. We did this to encourage our members to express their intentions early enough so that we prepare where we have more than one member for each position. The party will sit down and harmonize it early enough so that does not coincide with the elections, which will be there sometime to come. We are doing this early so that we know where we have gaps and fill them in. This time we want to do it early in case we need some reconciliations here and there. They may be resolved early so that by the time we go for elections, all of us move as one party. This one will be done between the 12th to the 5th March. All those who will not express interest and their positions will be taken, they should not complain to anybody. MPs must fill these forms. Presidential candidates, LC5s, they must fill in this form. This is very important for us, and we want to know those who want to take our stamp. being given out. So whoever is interested should come and pick them. These forms will be at the headquarters and at the district offices, even on our website, www.fdc.ug. You can fill them there. NAM and G7 plus China summits. Uganda is gearing up to host the 19th Non-Aligned Movement Summit and G77 plus China Summit, commencing today, the 15th January 2024. While these international events bring attention to our nation, Forum for Democratic Change expresses significant concerns regarding the potential adverse effects on the common person and local businesses. As we observe the preparations, we note that the small businesses along Entebbe Road are being forcefully closed by the regime, purportedly to present a more favorable image to the summit visitors. This, unfortunately, has left many of our citizens already grappling with small enterprises like mobile money and food kiosks without any alternative livelihood. Additionally, the citizens are being forced to invest in house painting and innovations, while those unable to afford these changes are forced to close their businesses and living houses. This unfortunate act is happening at the time when many Ugandans struggle to secure a day meal, leading to additional costs which only worsen their challenges and diminish their livelihood. FDC notes with concern that the primary beneficiaries of this summit seem to be individuals of substantial wealth, exemplified by allocation of 85 billion Uganda shillings to Mr. Sudiru Pereira for construction of the conventional center. I have to expand more on this one. Citizens of Uganda are expected to gain out of these conferences normally. But in Uganda, most of these things are abnormal. This Munyonyo thing, the hotel and the center and what have you, was allocated a lot of money during Chogam, if you recall, to put up a lot of structures there. To date, I don't know how an ordinary Ugandan gains out of the money we invested in Munyonyo. Sometime back, Parliament passed 85 billion for the construction of that convention conference, which would have been a good thing if we were to gain out of it. But we don't know how a local Ugandan like myself is going to gain out of that 85 billion. Are you going to use that conference even after this one for more conferences? Are you paying Sudir for using this conference? These are some of the questions which must be answered by our brothers and sisters in Parliament. You are allocating this money to an individual. We're supposed to gain out of these conferences because these people bring in dollars. Are the dollars they bring in Uganda more than the 85 billion we have invested? Even after this investment, how do you get this money back from Mr. Sudhir and his business? All of us Ugandans are taxpayers. These conferences, as I said, must bring in a lot of money for us, even our image, but we are paying more than what a normal country should pay. That's why we are concerned as a FDC. How do we get value out of this? Are we giving individuals money to get rich and richer at our expense? When our brothers and sisters with small businesses are losing out and there was no provision to compensate them. You are aware some new vehicles have been bought expensively for this exercise. As we speak, our debt is over 55 trillion. This means if Uganda must clear this debt, the country must not finance anything for 2 years to get Uganda free from debt. But this is a fallacy, and the country will continue to struggle due to such reckless decisions. As if this, instead of shutting down local businesses, we believe that the government should have encouraged Ugandans to stock items that can be sold to summit visitors. This approach would not only support the local entrepreneurs, but also to contribute to a more inclusive and mutually beneficial engagement with the international community. We expected the visitors to buy our local products from small businesses. But as we stand today, the local businesses are being pushed away. We don't know where these visitors are going to buy these commodities from. And our people also enjoy the proceeds from our visitors. On a sad note, transport fares have gone high. If you are staying on the Table Road and some of these roads, the fares are double. Some people may not even be able to work. And what is so disturbing is that normally, even an organization like Museveni, if they are switch off power in your area, they are advertising the papers for about a month or two. But if you are staying in areas like Najana, Mumbi, your power will be off for such and such days. But this conference has been on the books for more than 2 years near. But people are not prepared on what they are supposed to do in the alternative. Remember, during COVID, people were being advised to work from home. They should have advertised these areas, that all the people who are staying in these areas, there will be an interruption in transport, prepare how you are going to move. But this one, they did it about 3 days ago, which is so disturbing. Something they should have done month, even put some adverts in the papers, as Museveni does it. So many people, some of them have many people were not aware, ordinary people. They just found the security on the roads and they were stopped from moving some directions. It has inconvenienced so many people. Most of you have experienced a lot of traffic jams on some roads, and we are going to lose a lot of taxes because of that. A good planner is supposed to prepare everybody. The whole country should have been prepared for these summits and shouldn't have been an exclusive thing for some few individuals and people high up in government. In conclusion, if this urges a shift in focus towards inclusive benefits for a broader population, emphasizing collaboration with local business rather than importing additional burdens on the already struggling